Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Birkenhauer Memorial Gymnasium, where the Salesianum Sals open their season to host the Tatnall Hornets. Both teams were evenly matched last season, and both look to make a deeper run into this Delaware postseason. My name is Liam Watson, alongside of Johnny Jacobs. Johnny, how are you feeling about this season?
I'm definitely feeling good about this team this season. They will have to make some adjustments, obviously, but this is a strong team. They have a lot of talent. They are returning 4 of their top 5 scorers from last year, including their guard, Trell Wright, who was second in all offensive categories to now Rutgers standout R.J. Johnson. But they will have a major challenge tonight to contend with Mason Collins, Tatnall's 5-star wing and the number 9 recruit for basketball in the class of 2028 in the entire country.
Collins certainly going to be a matchup for this Salesianum defense. Going to rely heavily on some of their bigger bodies like Dominic Downs and Mark Brown.
Oh, absolutely. Collins, 6'6", 175, absolute physical beast. He's very much is deserving of that ranking. As we see, he is at center court preparing for this tip-off.
Mark Brown at his side.
Yeah, the Burke is absolutely rocking right here just before tip-off. This crowd, this school is excited for this game, this team, this season. We are underway.
Salesianum going to start with an easy layup to right. Can't get it in, however. Jalen Littlejohn with the rebound. And now McClendon and Justin Wright. Right on right action, here we go. Back to Littlejohn, sitting at the top of the queue. Mark Brown going to be fighting all night. Here's Collins. Can't get the dunk in. Heavy defense by Collins.
Yeah, there we go. Collins showing how good he is. Immediately charges for the rim. He stopped there, but they will have to do that all night if they want any chance to beat this Tatnall team. As this Tatnall student section is loud. Both student sections are loud, actually.
Starting aggressive. Collins misses the first attempt for points on the board. Coleman with almost perfect defense there on a very difficult to defend dunk.
Oh, definitely.
Collins going to look to make up for his first and put the first point on the board. Here's Collins. Doesn't make it. Out of character for him. Here's Latrell Wright. McClendon close on his hip. He's going to reset to Downs. Back to Wright, looking to drive in a little bit. He's got some space underneath the Mark Brown. Big guy can't get it in, and that's a foul.
Yeah, obviously, very rough game early. Fouls on both of the initial possessions for both of these teams. This is how this game is likely going to be. It's going to be a very gritty, very defensive, very rough game, so better buckle up.
It's exactly what you see with such gigantic guys, such as Mark Brown, Littlejohn, and Mason Collins. 0 for 3 from foul shots so far on both sides of the ball.
As you see, Tatnall student section very rowdy, and you know the crowd can absolutely affect players, and that's why having a student section is so important. And we're seeing that effect here.
And first points on the board here for the season by Mark Brown. McClendon now trying to set together his offense. Matthew Shelley, one of his first starts. He's doubled up on the outside. He ducks underneath. He's got Wright for a deep 3. Bounces off the rim. Gets his own rebound. He puts it up for 2. Now Wright trying to keep the pressure on. McClendon back outside to Shelley. Over to Mark Brown. Now Wright starting to slow down the pace a little bit. Getting around him. 3 guys on side. Matthew Shelley bails him out. Downs. Shelley. 3. Just banked on the outside. He gets his own rebound. Downs back to reset. Over to Wright. He's got a 3. No good. Mason's with the rebound.
Yeah, we're having some early struggles here from the Sals, shooting from range.
Both teams just unable to put it in. Mason call on a screen. Mark Brown having to pick it up. He's double covered now. Underneath, almost turns it over. Wright tries to get the layup, can't get it in. Little John, heavy pressure from Downs, and he takes it off of him.
Yeah, very heavy pressure there. Tatnall student section wanted a foul. They don't get one.
Shelley pump fakes out to Downs. Two best three-point shooters on the team right now. Putting the pressure on outside, blocked by Mason. Hard to get around that 6'6". Mark Brown with the rebound and put it up. Sal's take the lead, 3-2.
Yeah, Sally's leads. Mark Brown has scored all of their points so far in this matchup.
Justin Wright can't get rid of the ball. He gives it out to Little John. Little John back out to Mason. Collins pushed outside. Jarrett can't get it in. Collins with the rebound. Coleman with immaculate defense. Mark Brown swats it out of bounds. That stays here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there for the Sals, but Tatnall had a wide open man in the corner. Cannot do that and expect to win.
Deep three made by Collins. A lot of attempted threes so far, and that's the first one made. Shelley now. Right. Almost intercepted by Jarrett. Gets pushed out of bounds, stays on the Salesianum's half.
Yeah, we see Tatnall. They're playing. They're just coming out. They're fighting for this. Very aggressive defensively, offensively too. It's going to be a tough game for the Sals.
Crowd playing a factor here. Both Salesianum and Tatnall student sections on the feet. Wright's got an open lane. He's got an easy layup. Can't get it in.
And that looks like a very hard fall. He is back up. He appears to be okay.
More just some frustration not being able to make it in. He's going to get his shots. Braylon Sosa for Salesianum. Going to take to the court for Coleman. And he's got his foul shot in.
Yeah, Sosa now on the court for the Sals. He's a guard.
Nolan Parsons now.
Obviously, freshman on varsity, very talented player.
Tatnall now with 3 freshmen on the court. Mark Brown with the rebounds. Looks for someone to bail him out. He's got Sosa out to right. Right now Shelley, now Brown. 3. Can't get it. Downs trying to get the recovery. And that's going to be a foul. Collins able to get away with it a little bit there. And that'll be pushing. Now Zion Rothwell, the freshman, on the court for Salesianum. Little John, with his aforementioned freshman. Heavy pressure by Collins. And that's going to be on Tatnall. Salesianum ball.
Yeah, as we see Sally's all over Collins. They have done their homework on this very talented kid. And it's very much paying off.
They knew who the ball is going to almost every time. And full court press now for Tatnall. Sosa trying to give him a little bit more room to work with. A little bit of a height mismatch here. Sosa's going to take advantage of that. Quick layup. He's got it. Nolan Parsons being put to sleep. Sosa taking advantage of the height differential there.
Yeah, Sosa just straight to the rim. Very talented player, obviously. He shows that there.
Wright getting the spin move on Wright. Out to Collins. Deep 3 on top of Zion. Can't get it. Mark Brown with the rebound. Sosa. Back out to Wright. Good pick there by Sosa. Wright looking underneath for Zion. Under the rim. Shelley loses it a little bit. McClendon gets it. He's got an open lane underneath. Justin Wright only got 1 beat to beat, and he doesn't. All over the ground.
Yeah. Great play there defensively from Sally's. Great hustle to get down, block that. Very good.
Only looked like Sosa was the one to beat there, but Rothwell came out of nowhere and left him splattered on the paint.
Yeah, Sally's student section is ramping up.
That's Connor Miko on the court for his first minutes. That'll be a foul on him. Little John getting his shots.
Jalen Littlejohn to shoot now for Tatnall.
Misses the first one. Now Dominic Downs and Coleman back on the court. Mark Brown and Latrell Wright taken to the bench.
Yeah, as you see, Coach Trev over there having a little talk with Mark. Mark, obviously, Sally's leading scorer this far.
Littlejohn makes his second, however, tying the game up 6-6. Leaving Coleman completely undefended from his wing position.
Yeah, Tatnall's backed off their press.
And that's going to be Tatnall ball.
It's Coleman there trying a fancy move, loses control of it, and turns it over.
Nolan Parsons, little sneaky guy getting underneath. McClendon loses it a little bit. And that's James Hall underneath the right. And here's Parsons with the three. Can't get it. Coleman with the rebound. Punched out by McClendon. He's got nothing but room. Here comes Collins. One-handed dunk.
Yeah, as you see, Collins just throws it down.
Tatnall student section on their feet. Here comes Downs underneath the rim, trying to get it underneath. Rebound. He got it. Very driven and difficult layup there for Downs, trying to get a response. Hard to respond to that dunk by Collins, however. Three.
Collins into three. Wow. Yeah, Collins very talented. He is showing it here tonight.
Downs gets fouled. Collins amping it up. Tatnall student section firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, we got a full crowd here tonight for this season opener.
This will be a timeout for Salesianum.
Yeah, so timeout, obviously. So this game, both teams have looked very evenly matched, aside from Collins, who's with those last two, the dunk and then the three, has shown himself to be in a league of his own, clearly. We know he's talented, but he's showing it for all of us. So for Sally's leading scorer, Mark Brown. Leading rebounder, also Mark Brown. Very good so far. Other scorers are Trell Wright making one free throw. And then Braylon Sosa, the freshman. And then Dominic Downs, 2 points and 1 rebound.
Mark Brown obviously being the leader scorer and rebounder, showing how important height is in this matchup. Salesianum obviously having the height advantages. There's a lot of freshmen on this Tatnall team. Not to point anybody out, but there's definitely a weight differential here on both teams, but Mason Collins certainly making up for that.
Of course, Tatnall is a smaller school, so just less talent in general, so they will end up playing a lot more freshmen than Sally's or a similar large school will, but they're clearly holding their own out here.
Downs now for his free throws. He's got it. No miscommunication there. I thought they had one, but he does have two. Makes his second. 1 point difference here for Tatnall. Collins hasn't gotten a rest yet. Downs swats it out of bounds. Showing some disrespect there.
So we're seeing this team get fired up.
McClendon on the freshman, Rothwell. Outside to right, trying to push underneath, gets around Sosa, and gets it over top of Rothwell. Beautiful layup there.
As you see, I'm just taking advantage of the freshman. Obviously, if your only experience before this is CYM, much different pace of the play.
You'd think. Downs. Now to Coleman. Downs the only starter in, aside from Coleman. Rothwell out to Downs. He looks for three. Can't get it. Rebound taken up and in by Connor Miko.
Yeah, Connor Miko, junior, first year on varsity.
Collins, no foul called. Rothwell with the rebound out to Sosa. He's only got right to beat. He looks up for three. Just can't get it. Downs with a quick rebound and puts it up for another two. Salesianum takes the lead. McClendon. Nolan Parsons can't get it. Miko with the rebound. Over to Coleman. Coleman's got a little bit of room to work with. Sosa from the three-point, can't get it. Salesianum struggling from that three-point line. Collins now taking it up. Outside to right. Got it. Tatnall showing they're not struggling from that line. Downs now. Dump it off to Rothwell. Push underneath, loses control, reclaims it up. Foul. Can't get the end one.
Yeah, so what we're seeing here is two very, very different approaches. Tatnall, in second half of this first quarter, has been looking to take their opportunities from range, and they've been mostly successful. Meanwhile, Sally's is going to the rim, drawing a lot of fouls.
Salesianum again trying to take advantage of that height. Unable to do so. Zayd Murray taken to that court for the first time. LaShaw Wright there too. Also Brady Esser as well. Rothwell. Can't get his second. Shelley, heavy contention getting the rebound. Ball stays here. Brian Leitner, the junior, seeing his first minutes, and now Mark Brown taken to the court. Freshman Rothwell going to take a break. Mark Brown, a much-needed height here.
Yeah, Mark Brown currently leading the team in rebounds this game.
Mason Collins not on the court. Salesianum going to need to take advantage of that.
And Collins goes to the Tatnall bench looking slightly frustrated.
He knows he can last longer. Shelley now to inbound it. No, these are going to be shots, excuse me. Zayden Camille Murray. Can't get his first. Field goal percentage not looking hot for Salesianum. Coleman now. Mark Brown out now. Just was in a second ago. Can't make his second either. Littlejohn with the rebound underneath McClendon. Wright can't get the steal. McClendon's got room now. Four guys behind him. Parsons can't get it. Rebound by McClendon, gets fouled. Parsons, despite being almost a full foot shorter than everybody else on this field, showing no signs of slowing down.
Oh yeah, he's been open in that corner a lot. Sally's will need to do a better job at limiting these types of opportunities for Tatnall if they want to stay in this game.
He just has great awareness, especially with defenses. McClendon making his.
Yeah, Sally's student section doing their best to try to get in this game.
Mark Brown now, he's in. Here comes Downs. Pushing off. Great pick by Shelley. Back out to Wright. Brady Esser. Wright putting it on. Getting outside. Mark Brown loses it. Wright. Long hog. Can't get it. Still 5 seconds left. Not exactly sure what that was. Still a full 4 seconds there. Not exactly a need for a buzzer beater, but.
Yeah, I don't know what the intention there was. I think he thought he had a teammate down there. I don't know.
Well, Downs not able to get the ball off. And that'll do it for the first quarter of action. Salesianum with a 2-point deficit. Tatnall up 17-15. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second quarter of action here at Bergenhauer Memorial Gymnasium. Tatnall up 17-15. Mason Collins being the standout player so far.
Yeah, of course, Collins coming as advertised. He will inbound the ball here to start off this second quarter of action from the Burke, as Sally's student section tries to rally their boys.
Still an extremely close game. No need to start worrying, and here's Parsons matched up against Sosa.
Yeah, freshman on freshman there.
Little John, another freshman. McClendon, heavy pressure. That's a clear foul right in front of the ref's face. Tatnall going to take it out. That's Brian Leitner, Jr. Little John. Fake to McClendon underneath. Gets the easy layup right with the rebound.
Yeah, Tatnall extends their lead here.
Downs pushing underneath. Now right. Looking for room. He's got Downs. Dump off to right. Here he goes, Esser. Can't get it in. Good rebound by Shelley, however. Over to Downs. Fakes the deep three. Esser underneath. Heavy contention. Shelley with the deep three. Can't get it. Air balls. Little John.
Yeah, Sally's has struggled from range so far in this game as Tatnall takes this back down the court.
Downs getting fouled. Or travel.
Yeah, and Coach Trev looks slightly displeased with the officiating here.
Slightly displeased. I would say a little bit more than that, but that's just Coach Trevison. Leitner goes all the way over to Jarrett. He was taken off for a little while. Over to Collins. Shelley and Downs both trying to get some pressure on him. Fake underneath. And that's going to be a travel. Mason disagrees.
Obviously, we're seeing some very strict officiating here tonight. The student section.
Full court press by Tatnall. Right now, looking down the court, trying to get some space. McClendon on his hip. Trying to full turn around, can't get it out. And that's Tatnall ball. Jarrett. Salesianum responding with some full court press of their own. Jarrett over to Little John. Mason back outside. McLaren can't get it. Over to Collins. Heavy pressure. Now McLaren can't get the three again. Rebound bobbled. That's taken up by Brady Esser. Latrell Wright pushed underneath. He loses it. Now here comes Jarrett, one guy to beat, tries to get around him, still no fouls. There's one. Surprised we got that far without a foul.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there's not much else you can do in that situation.
Tough place to be. Very aggressive on both sides of the ball. Matthew Shelley going to take a break. Never mind, he's coming right back on. There's Coleman going to take a second.
Yeah, Tatnall looking to extend their lead to 4 with just under 6 minutes remaining in this second quarter here.
McClendon. Made free throws are a rare occurrence here tonight for some reason, but now Shelley will take a seat. Coleman, much needed defensive player, takes it to court.
Yeah, of course, points in general tonight have been very hard fought. Both sides really want this, obviously, the way they're playing. Very physical game as Tatnall's running a press here.
Brady Esser on Jarrett. Mason Collins with amazing defense. Somehow Brady Esser dives for it. Coleman driving underneath. 4 guys on him. And that's going to be a jump ball. Still fighting for it. Stays here.
Yeah, still fighting for it. As you see the refs start to head over there to disengage the 2 players.
Coleman looking at the top. He's got Downs. Over to Latrell Wright. Sosa. Back to Wright. Trying to create space. Sosa now. Can't make the 3. Struggling. Mason Collins now.
Yeah, Collins slows it down there. And then he just goes for it. Driving to the hoop. And that's a foul. Collins is dominating the Salesianum team. They don't appear to have any answer for him.
Foul going to happen before the basket. And so this will just be a simple inbound. Mark Brown now back on the court. Wright looking for somewhere to inbound, and he's got McClendon. Open forward underneath. Huge block by Sosa. Here comes Wright in transition. Swatted away by Mason for apparently no reason.
Yeah, I believe that was already called dead.
Tatnall student section getting hype. 6-point deficit here for Salesianum. 5 minutes remain in the half. Coleman. He's got Sosa all the way down court, excuse me. Right. Underneath, dumps it off to Mark Brown. On top of Little John.
Yeah, Mark Brown through heavy traffic there.
Mark Brown going to need to be the difference maker here for Salesianum as Wright getting around Wright underneath Little John. Over to Collins. Collins with 2 guys on him. Over. Now back to Collins. Getting underneath, trying to get around Coleman, one of the best defenders on the Salesianum team. McClendon now trying to juke out Sosa. He gets around him, and that's going to be a carry. Easy call there by the refs.
Yeah, very easy call there, and very obvious foul. As
Sosa giving it to Wright.
Yeah, it seems the gym has quieted down now. Sally's student section's kind of had the wind taken out of them by this dominant Tatnall performance.
Mark Brown with the floater. Can't get it. Coleman on Collins' hip. Getting around him. Jump ball. Either luck or immaculate defense there by Dominic Downs.
Yeah, Tatnall student section and coaching look very displeased, incredibly displeased with that call.
Salesianum going to make some subs, as they'll take Camille Murray onto this court. Latrell Wright going to take a break. Interesting sub position there for Salesianum. Wright, one of their difference makers. Now the other right here to inbound it. Sosa all over him. Look all the way at the top, obviously, to Mason Collins. Coleman all over him. Great pressure. Mason, deep floater. He's got it. Oh, my goodness.
Collins has came as advertised so far in this one, being the difference maker for this Tatnall side.
Sosa underneath, all the way outside to Downs. Downs pump fake. Gets around underneath to Mark Brown, unable to get it all. He's got it all the way up. Downs with the rebound. He puts it up. Bails Mark Brown out. Mark Brown just unready for that behind the back pass. Downs able to reset and get it in.
Yeah, that's 8 points for Downs now. I believe he's Salesianum's leading scorer in this one.
Little John. Be a foul on Salesianum. That'll be a timeout, Tatnall. Only up 4 points, still a very competitive game. Somehow, Salesianum looking like they're getting the short end of the stick, however.
Yeah, absolutely. Very competitive game here. Mason Collins, Sally's, has not figured out a way to contend with him. We've seen 2 men on him, 3 men on him. The entire team really focused on stopping. And it's created opportunities for a lot of other players. Multiple times we've seen, I think it's Jaden Brown. Yeah, we've seen a lot of Tatnall opportunities from the corners because their Sally's is so focused on stopping Collins.
Absolutely. No matter who they cover, they can't cover anybody else but Collins, and when they're able to get off of him, there's just somebody open in the corner for a deep three. Salesianum, they're going to need to make sure they're making these field goals. Their field goal percentage is not looking so hot right now, and if they want to compete, they're having every opportunity in the world to get these shots in, and they're just not able to. Collins, deep three. He gets fouled all the way in the back corner.
Yeah, that seems, fouling has seemed to be their only method to stop Collins, which is not a feasible method as you get deeper into this game. You don't want to give such a talented player so many trips to the line.
James Hall and Wright going to sit all the way at the back side of the court. Henry Boswell for Tatnall. He's going to need another second until he can sub on for Little John. Boswell now coming back onto the court. His first minutes he's seen. Collins has only taken 1 break this entire time.
Yeah, obviously he is their best player by a significant margin on both offense and defense. So yeah, you can't really give a player like that too many breaks, but we'll see here if he starts to wear down as we get deeper into this game.
6-point deficit here for Salesianum. Sosa calling some plays. Over to Shelley, back to Sosa, over to Downs. Downs looking for something. Shelley looks for 3, heavy contention. He's got it! First 3 made for Salesianum. Coming up at a crucial moment, only down 3 now. McClendon.
Yeah, Sally's defending beyond the half-court line.
The freshman Zion Rothwell on him. That's going to be a call on Salesianum. McClendon trying to reclaim this lead. He's got it right now. And Coleman back onto the court.
Yeah, Trell Wright, second in all offensive categories last year to only R.J. Johnson, who is now a star for Rutgers football. But he's been limited tonight, only 1 point for the senior guard.
Second foul shot missed, and here's Coleman with the rebound. He's going to push up. He's got nobody on him. Doesn't take advantage of it underneath for Zion. Heavy contention. McClendon comes out with it. He's got room to run. Only Shelley to beat. Gets denied. Quick recovery by Wright. Over to Mason. Jukes out three guys. McClendon's wide open for a three. He's got it.
Yeah, Tatnall extends their lead to 7 there.
Over to Shelley, pump fake, back over to Wright. Wright loses it. That's going to be a call on Tatnall. Coleman going to inbound this one over to Mark Brown, who loses it to Mason. He's got a free. He's going to go for the dunk. He's got it on top of Mark Brown.
Oh, wow. Wow, amazing. Mark Brown absolutely posterizes. The Tatnall student section goes wild. Wow, you don't see that every day, especially not in high school. Salesianum looks very flustered. Incredibly talented play, just up, threw it down.
Hard to contend with that one as Salesianum's going to take a timeout.
Yeah, so you can feel the momentum in the Burke here shift towards the black and gold of Tatnall with that last dunk.
Tatnall all on their feet, almost outnumbering the entirety of Salesianum student section right now.
So, Liam, what is Salesianum's path back into this game?
They need to be making their shots here. Salesianum just unable to make the shots that they have open to them. They've had almost more, if not the same amount of open shots as Tatnall has, and they're just unable to make them. Those floaters and deep threes, they've had every opportunity to make and just have not been able to sell. Coleman taking easy advantage of that. Just unable to keep a hand on the ball, keeping time on their side. Coleman having more time with the ball than almost the entirety of the other team.
Yeah. Also, for those who are just joining us, the score is Sally's 22, Tatnall 31. It is not 17-15 as suggested by the graphic.
Minute 54 remain in this half. 9-point deficit. Collins looking to make it 10. He's got it. Now some subs are going to take to the court. Mason Collins going off the court, maybe looking for something. Salesianum now. Latrell Wright. Heavy pressure. Dom Downs. Getting around. That'll be a call on Tatnall.
That's Leitner there attempting to indicate his innocence.
It's no avail. Here's Coleman. Now Wright underneath to Coleman again. Tries to respond with a dunk. Can't get it in. It's foul.
Yeah, Tatnall student section now on their feet. Momentum in this game is very much on their side at this point. It's going to be a long road for the Sals to get back in this one.
Still plenty of time left in this game. Coleman looking to get his well-deserved points back onto the board. Can't get it. His second is good.
That cuts the deficit to 9 with 1 minute 37 remaining.
Glendon over to right. All the way over to Littlejohn. Littlejohn pump fakes over to the sideline. He's got 3 on to McClendon. Pump fakes a deep 3. Zion overcomes it all the way up. Tries to get the one-handed dunk. It's rejected, and that'll be a foul. The freshman trying to respond to Mason's dunk. He wants to get a dunk of his own.
Yeah, we see Sally's trying to do anything that they can to shift the momentum of this game back into their favor. Sally's is at home now, but it feels like an away game in here with how loud the Tatnall student section is relative to the home crowd.
Rothwell gets his first. Mason's going to come back onto the court. Leitner coming off. Rothwell for his second. Can't get it. Mason with the eagle arms coming out with it. Littlejohn trying to get it to Mason. He somehow does after heavy contention. Mason all the way over. Right, takes it easy. And that's out of bounds. Tatnall taking it. McClendon all the way over to right.
Yeah, we see Sally's pressing now.
Mason, 2 guys on him. Underneath the Littlejohn. Littlejohn over the side. McClendon almost gets rejected. He is able to lay it up, however. That's 2 in the basket from McClendon. Right.
Yeah.
Pick is missed right over to Downs. Foul called. No. Tatnall ball. That's going to be a push-off. Sosa going to come on for Downs now. And Shelley for Zion Rothwell. James Hall over to McClendon. He's going to clear out the half. 34 seconds remain. McClendon underneath the Littlejohn. Easy layup. That's a quick in 2 points. Right.
Yeah, Tatnall extends their lead to 12 now.
Right, taking his time. Don't want to go into the half with a 12-point deficit. All ball there. Stays here, though. Six seconds remain. Coach Treps is going to bring on most of his starters. Mark Brown, final seconds here in this half. Latrell Wright loses it, and that's the half.
All right, we are going into halftime. Tatnall 36, Salesianum 24. Tatnall lead by 12 after a dominant first half performance spearheaded by Mason Collins, the current recruit to, I believe it's the University of South Carolina.
All of the momentum in Tatnall's corner. Student section on their feet. Salesianum's taking a seat right now. Salesianum, 12-point deficit. We can only hope they'll pick up the pace after this. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Birkenhauer Memorial Gymnasium, where the Salesianum Sals play host to the Tatnall Hornets. Salesianum down 24-36 as we come into the second half of action. I'm Liam Watson alongside of Johnny. Johnny, how do you think about this game so far?
So Sally's has just been getting beaten in every possible way. They're getting beaten in the paint. They're getting beaten outside. They're getting beaten in every facet of a basketball game, and they will need to make significant improvements if they want to fight their way back into this game. Mason Collins has very much come as advertised before. Number 9 recruit in the country, has an offer from the University of South Carolina. Been absolutely dominant to this point. You saw huge dunk that completely shifted the momentum of the game. So yeah, they absolutely have a very long way to get back in.
All of the momentum in Tatnall's hands right now, as we're going to see Coleman bringing in this ball to start this second half. Latrell right now. Now Mark Brown. He's met by Littlejohn. Right. Pushed underneath, outside to Shelley, over to Downs. Downs all the way up to Shelley again, over to right. Shelley just getting a lot of time here. Bounced around the three-point line. Downs going to look in. He's going to go back out, and that's going to be a travel. Salesianum took too much time trying to find an opening. Couldn't find one, and that's going to go right into the hands of Tatnall.
This Tatnall student section is right back out of half with all the energy that they had in the first half, while Sally's student section is silent here at the Burr.
Justin Wright on the trail right. Littlejohn now. Underneath, Downs intercepts. He's got 2 guys to beat underneath. Tries to get room, shoves off one. He's got a great layup onto the outside. The inside, excuse me. Downs really excelling in those difficult layups, putting some spin on the ball.
Yeah, that cuts the lead to 10. Tatnall up 36-26.
Mason now with the ball. McClendon underneath. Now to Littlejohn. Easy layup. He's got 2. Right, all the way over to Coleman, trying to put the speed onto the play in transition. Coleman over to Mark Brown. Back to Coleman. Downs underneath the Brown. Brown puts it up. Can't get that in.
Yeah, Mark Brown, leading scorer and rebounder so far tonight for the Sals.
Rim looking a little shaky. Mark Brown unable to get it in. Here's McClendon underneath. McClendon can't get it. Littlejohn tries to get the rebound. The ball stays here.
Yeah, you can see Tatnall coach and student section looking for a foul call, which they do eventually.
Justin Wright to inbound this one. With a quick pass to Mason. Collins boxing Shelley out, looks for support. Mason underneath, tries to get it to Littlejohn, fumbles. Here's Coleman, 2 guys to beat, easy layup, can't get it in. Mark Brown with the assist, tries to dunk it in. Just able to get bailed out a little bit there.
Yeah.
Lead stays at 10. Here's Wright underneath. Great defense by Coleman. Putting the pressure on again, tries to get the rebound. He gets the foul instead. Copy and paste play there. Coleman tries to get the aggressive layup, and Mark Brown's there to support him.
Yeah, I don't believe those points from Brown will count, though, as they were scored after the ball had been blown dead.
Coleman to reclaim those points. Coleman can't get it.
Yeah, Sally's has absolutely struggled from the line tonight. One of the reasons that they are down with such a deficit in this game.
Coleman gets his second, though. Here's Jarrett. Coleman, heavy pressure. Jarrett over to Collins. Collins doubled. Underneath over to Wright. Wright's right on him. Great pick set there by Coleman. He's all over him. Coleman with his third steal of the half. Underneath. Can't get the ball. Hands stay where they're supposed to be, and this stays Salesianum ball. Coleman, such a defensive presence. That's his third steal just within the first couple minutes of this half.
Yeah, obviously Sally's a lot more energy on defense. He hit a three there.
Downs with the awkward form there. He gets the three nonetheless. Trying to pick up the pace a little bit here. Downs leads at 6. Downs is exactly the guy they're going to need. He's probably their best three-point shooter on the team, and they're really going to need him if they want to cut through this deficit.
Absolutely. Downs very effective today. 13 points, 4 rebounds. Made one of the team's 2 threes. He's absolutely been Sally's MVP today. I think we'll see that continue throughout the whole season.
Certainly will. Long season to come. Tatnall probably going to be one of their most even matchups. Tatnall being 10-10 to start or to end last year, and Salesianum being just ahead of them. Very evenly matched last year. And coming into this next season, difference maker Mason Collins really showing that. Salesianum, if they can pull out a win here, it'd be huge in terms of momentum for them. Next matchup being against Friends next Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday against Friends. That's the annual Silent Night game, one of the great traditions that we have here at Salesianum.
Now as Jarrett inbounds it, McClendon. Wright stays on right. McClendon. Over to Jarrett. He's got room. Over to Mason. Right all over him. Collins tries to pump fake. Underneath for Wright. Passes it out. Jarrett just can't get the three. Looks to make it up. He trips up a little bit. Loses it. And that's staying Salesianum ball.
Yeah, Tatnall student section. They thought it was their ball.
Wright not looking so good. Showing a little bit of frustration. He's okay. Sosa now to inbound it. Full court press by Jarrett. A little bit of frustration after the missed bucket on that last drive.
Yeah, and you cannot get mentally unsettled, especially when you're trying to close down a deficit like this. You see some very aggressive defense there.
Right over to Downs. Downs underneath, met by a lot. And that's going to be a travel call, his second of the night. Downs does not like it.
Yeah, I don't believe the home crowd likes it either.
Wouldn't expect him to. Here's Jason Hall.
It's blown dead. I believe that appears to be a piece of gum on the court. Some other small red object.
Either lost by a player or thrown onto the court. This is not the WNBA, fellas.
Nope.
Here comes McClendon. That's going to be a push-off call.
As we see the refs start to exert their control over this game as we get to the midpoint of this third quarter.
We saw this a lot in the first quarter, having absolutely zero tolerance when it comes to penalties. Showing a little bit here in the third. Here's Littlejohn. Over to Collins, deep three. Contested, can't get it. Rebound. Behind the back pass to Littlejohn. Littlejohn underneath McClendon. He's got an easy layup. Salesianum looking to respond. Downs putting on the pressure. He's got 3 on him all the way around. Can't get the layup in. Collins with the rebound over to Wright. Wright driving underneath. He's going to reset back up the top of the key. Sosa picking him up. Collins all over Shelley. He's got a floater. Can't get it. Sosa with the rebound. Mark Brown's wide open at the top of the three. Bang! Locked and loaded. Here's Mark Brown.
And whistles here as Tatnall's coach appears incredibly displeased with the ref.
And that's a tech on Tatnall.
As it appears that Collins is incapacitated on the far side of the court. Collins slow to get up still.
He's being looked at by the trainers now. We can only hope he's okay. Without a doubt, Tatnall's most important player. Salesianum cutting the lead from 12 to 5. Tatnall losing this vital player is not an option for them as the momentum starts to shift in Salesianum's favor.
As we see over there, Tatnall basketball coach Marty Collins. He was appointed in May of 2024. He was a 4-year NBA player, played for the Knicks and the Clippers.
Trying to share some of that knowledge with this Tatnall basketball team.
Absolutely, and it appears to have been very effective. And then, of course, if you have a coach like that, it makes recruiting players so much easier. That's how you get incredibly talented players like Mason Collins, who is still down on the floor here, looking to be in a considerable deal of pain.
Tatnall has their guys already out onto the court. As Collins doesn't even look like he can get over to the bench. He's just going to shuffle to the side a couple feet.
Yeah, Collins struggling to move under his own power.
Salesianum starters out now, looking to take advantage of the momentum they've gained.
Yeah, of course. If you get if the opposing team's best player goes down mid-game, you have to take as much advantage of it as you can. This Tatnall student section is still fired up here, even after their star has gone down.
Downs missing his first, looking for the second. He's got it.
That cuts the deficit to 4. We see in this third quarter, Salesianum begun climbing back into this game.
Coleman now to take it onto the court. Plenty of time left in this game. Sosa. Trev trying to direct traffic from his bench.
And we see Collins moving back to the Tatnall bench under his own power.
Brady Esser pump fakes, and that's going to be a travel call. Third travel call for Salesianum. All the way over to McClendon. McClendon over to Little John. Heavy contention by Sosa, gets swatted at. And that's going to be a call on Sosa. Mason Collins worked his way back to the bench. Still looks very uncomfortable stretching out that right calf.
Yeah, of course, he took a very hard, very awkward fall.
McClendon looking a little bit of a limp there too. He seems to be okay though. Right to inbound it. Underneath the Parsons. Parsons on Esser. Parsons all the way over to Wright. Wright loses it a little bit, reclaims it, has to give it up. Mark Brown bites heavily. He's out of the play now. Salesianum, heavy defense there, can't get the rebound off of it. Brady Esser swats at it, goes back out to Wright, right underneath. Loses control, reclaims it, he's got outside. Wright getting all over Zion, and that's going to be a foul called.
Yeah, refereeing very strict in this matchup.
On Rothwell there, the freshman.
Yeah.
Looking to extend their lead a little bit further. Here's Wright.
Yeah, and then of course Tatnall now shooting their free throws at the other side of the court. They are no longer shooting their free throws facing the Salesianum student section, which is going to be a major advantage. As
certainly seems like it. He's 2 for 2 for the freshman. Sosa now picking it up. Lead extended to 6 for Tatnall. Over to Coleman. Back to Sosa, over to Esser. Esser looking to shake the freshman. Loses it. Hall loses it again. That's going to be called on Esser, however, and stays Tatnall ball. McClendon coming back onto the court. Salesianum been unable to take advantage of the absence of Mason Collins.
Yeah, Mason Collins, that absence appears to be. He got up as if he were to sub on, but evidently Tatnall's coaches decided against it.
1 versus 2, right on McClendon. Now over to Littlejohn as Mason Collins leaves the court. McClendon for 3. He's got it. Lead extended to 9 for Tatnall. Right. All the way over. Shelley looks to respond. Can't get it. Mark Brown with the rebound. No foul. Gets it up again.
Brown thrown to the floor. So I believe he will now shoot 2.
Mark Brown playing pong with the rim. Mark Brown's got it.
Cuts the lead to 8 in favor of the Hornets.
Justin Wright now coming on for McClendon. Mark Brown's got his second. Staying calm and collected next to this Tatnall student section. Parsons. Shelley biting all the way over to Parsons again. Sosa. He's got an open lane against Mark Brown. Can't get it in.
No Salesianum.
Zion over to Wright, over to Mark Brown. Slider, got it! Yeah. Mark Brown responds.
Yeah, great dunk there for Salesianum.
Over to Parsons now. Parsons gonna be a travel. Salesianum.
Yeah, Sally's right back in this game.
Right now. Shelley, Wright, Sosa. Mark Brown with a pick, send it, Parsons to the ground, and that's gonna be a charging call. Calls it a moving pick. Mark Brown disagrees almost twice Parsons' height. Almost hard not to call that one.
Yeah, Tatnall student section, very aggressive. Very aggressive here.
James Hall now to inbound it. Wright trying to swat at the other Wright. Littlejohn been quite quiet in this second half. Gets an easy layup there. Wright. Over to Sosa. Downs hits Rothwell in the paint. Over to Wright. Parsons bites. All the way up. Downs. That's Shelley, excuse me. Sosa now. Over to Shelley. Shelley. 3. Just can't get it. Downs with the easy layup. Can't. Not so easy. Never mind. That'll take a foul ever.
Yeah, Dominic Downs will shoot now. He's been Sally's second highest, tied for the highest scorer. Sorry.
And that's Mason Collins coming back onto the court after this next foul shot. Kevin Coleman coming back on too. Misses that. And here comes Mason.
Yeah. Collins back into the game now. He left the arena after his injury, but it appears that he is ready to go again as Downs will shoot his second, which he makes.
Mason Collins, the issue being in his right calf, showing no sign of strain. Ball gives to Parsons. Parsons over to the right. Coleman biting hard on it. Over to Mason underneath the hall. He's got two guys to beat. Over to Littlejohn. Littlejohn gets rejected. Coleman with the rebound. He's got Shelley on the other far side of the court. Sees Mason, doesn't bite on the behind the back layup. Can't get it. Shelley trying to rip it away from the sophomore Collins. And that'll do it for the third quarter of action.
All right, so third quarter, Sally's working their way back into this game. The momentum is firmly with the home side now. High scorer Dominic Downs scored 15 points, 5 rebounds, 1 3. Second, Mark Brown, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 3. So we're seeing Sally's offense start to pick it up. Defensively, they've been a lot better. We've seen a lot more steals, just they've been very aggressive. Sally's wants this, and they're fighting to take this game back. We see Sally's student section starting to get excited.
After the first half, Salesianum cuts the deficit down to 6 from 12. We'll see what they have in store for this fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break. Quick break, literally being quick. As we have James Hall to inbound this one. Dominic Downs going to be defending. Over to right. That'll be a foul on Salesianum. Tatnall's going to stay with the ball. Coming from the opposite side of the court, too.
Yeah, rare off-ball foul. Don't see those every day.
6-point lead for Tatnall. Salesianum still has plenty of time to come back. However, they showed they could do it in that last third quarter.
Yeah, but Collins is back in the game, but will he be impaired is the real question.
Wright steals it. He's got all the room in the world. Easy layup for Wright. They've been biting hard on those transitions, and it pays off there. Coleman now all over Mason. And that's going to be a foul.
How about the elbow reach?
Even Tatnall looks surprised at that one. Shelley coming on for Coleman. Logs it all the way up to right. Not sure where that was going.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted the freshman Justin Wright, but that was out of his reach. He threw it as if Wright was about a foot taller.
Even the ref looked confused on that one.
Yeah.
Right. Charging underneath. He's got a good pick. Over to Shelley. He's got a wide three. Doesn't take it right. Has a three of his own. Can't get it. Rebound taken by Downs. Downs is a three. Can't get it. What is happening? Littlejohn with the rebound over to Collins. Collins over to right.
Go.
2 missed three-point opportunities for Salesianum. Deficit stays at 4. Here's Wright. Over to Collins. Underneath, he misses it. Salesianum dives to the ball. Here's Sosa, only got Collins to beat. Someone good to beat. He's got it! Collins showing no defense there. Sosa taking advantage.
This is a tight game now.
2.
Tatnall's lead is down to 2. Sally's really cutting into this deficit.
McClendon doesn't know what to do with it. Easy 2 there. Downs shaking out of his boots. Here comes Latrell Wright. Over to Mark Brown. Downs, Brown, Wright, Shelley, Wright. Bouncing around the three-point line, looking for some contention, can't get it. McClendon charging Downs. That'll be called on Salesianum by the looks of it. McClendon again showing a little bit of discomfort in that leg.
It's been a very foul-heavy game here at the Burke in Wilmington tonight. 6:19 remain on the clock.
He's got it. Tatnall breaks 51st. Coleman and Brady Esser taken to the court. At least Jarrett for Tatnall. Salesianum with a very defense-heavy front right now. Tatnall responding with defensive of their own, only having one guy at the foul shot. He's got it. Lead at 6. That's going to be a sub. McClendon's going to take to the bench and heal that leg of his, looks like, as James Hall takes to the court. Sosa now. Over to Esser. Down wants it back to Sosa. Seeming a little unsure, just kind of sitting around the three-point line right now. Mark Brown takes it. Over to Coleman. Tries to hit. Sosa can't get the 3. Collins with the rebound. Salesianum struggling.
As we saw Mark Brown knocked to the floor off the ball there. No call from the referee, no acknowledgement.
Tatnall just trying to burn this clock a little bit. Loses it a little bit right over to Collins. Collins deep over to Littlejohn. Littlejohn pump fakes the inside pass. Over top of Mark Brown. That's not easy to do. 6'7" center. Looks like a baby out there. Mark Brown now to respond. Over to Sosa. Coleman, Sosa. Brown pump fakes. Looks to drive in a little bit. Sosa. That's going to be a Tatnall. It's going to be a timeout for Salesianum. Momentum originally in Salesianum's favor, starting to shift a little bit. Lead at 8. Salesianum tried to cut into it, just unable to do so. Had many three-point shot opportunities, just can't get it.
And according to the graphic on the screen here, this game has finished. The clock says that there's still 5 minutes remaining, and there are. So Sally's, they got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to close down an 8-point lead. What do you think, Liam? Is it doable?
I think it's 100% doable. We see it a lot. We just need this momentum in Salesianum's favor. Like, they have all the opportunity in the world. They just need to have a couple good streaks, get themselves in the right mindset, and they can close out this game easy. Defense has been a little bit less of a problem in the second half, holding them to only a couple points. Latrell Wright. Brady Esser has an open 3. Can't make it. Mark Brown misses the rebound as well. The kind of shots you need to make if you want to come back from this deficit. Here comes Wright. Brady Esser on him. Littlejohn. Justin Wright. Over to Jarrett. Jarrett. And that's going to be another call on Salesianum.
And the Tatnall student section waves goodbye to Kevin Coleman.
As he's done. Too many fouls for him. One of Salesianum's best defensive players.
Yeah, of course, he had the 3 steals to open the third quarter to help shift the momentum back to Sally to prevent Tatnall from running away with this one. But Sally's will have to defend without him.
Justin Wright. He gets fouled. Salesianum cannot escape this.
No, we have some dissenting voices from the Salesianum crowd. Sally's student section has fallen silent in the fourth quarter of this one.
Looking to extend the lead. Here's Justin Wright. And Justin Wright extends the lead to 10.
The lead is back to 10. Sallies will need to be perfect from here on out if they want to win this one.
Here's Downs, back to Latrell Wright, over to Sosa. He looks for a deep 3, needs to make it, he doesn't. Bobbled. And that's going to be another foul on Salesianum.
As we see, the officials start to take control of this game.
Salesianum at 5, and now every consecutive foul will result in foul shots, which is subpar. Mason Collins looks to put this game on ice. Misses the first. McClendon coming back onto the court. Misses his second. Downs looking to take advantage of the missed point opportunity. Latrell Wright over to Shelley. Shelley looks for 3. Can't get it. Another missed 3 for Salesianum. Wright rips it away though. Reclaims possession over top of Little John. Can't get it, and that's a foul.
Yeah, that'll send Sally's to the line with just over 4 minutes remaining in this game. Sally's down 10.
4 minutes remain. Salesianum needs to make all of these 3s. Latrell Wright trying to keep this game competitive. He's got 1.
Yeah, that's Wright's 4th point for this game.
He's been quieted most of this game. He's usually their leading scorer. Zion Rothwell coming onto the court as well for Matthew Shelley. And he's got it. Salesianum going to call a timeout. Deficit cut to 8. 4 minutes remain. Salesianum going to need to make as many 3s as they can. They've been extremely inconsistent when it comes to their field goal percentage.
Absolutely. Their inconsistency from the field has been what's been costing them in this matchup. Just not able. I believe they've only made 3 3-pointers all night. You just can't do that and expect to win. Defense, especially in the second half, is what's kept this game as close as it is.
Layups and floaters are fine, but 3-pointers and dunks are what keep momentum in your team's hand, and they've just been unable to make it on any of these fronts. And Tatnall responding to this. Right on right, full court press, of course.
You go under 4 minutes remaining in this one.
Great defense by Wright. Other Wright gets around. Gets swallowed by Rothwell. Little John with the rebound. Sosa on Collins now.
Yeah, Tatnall wanted a foul call there. Surprised they didn't get one.
McClendon with the floater. Can't get the rebound. Downs with the rebound. Downs, heavy contention underneath the Rothwell. He's got it. 6-point deficit.
You see Sally starting to run this full court press here. Sorry, seems like they're running more of a half court.
McClendon now on Sosa. McClendon loses it, but it stays Tatnall ball. Heavy defense for Salesianum.
Yeah, very heavy defense. It's probably been what's gotten them back into this game in the second half, their defense. As they nearly intercept the inbound, but they send it right back into the Tatnall bench.
Sosa showing the wingspan there. Given to Wright. Wright loses it, and that's out of bounds on Tatnall. That's Salesianum ball. Perfect press defense by Salesianum there as they get another opportunity to put points on the board. Over to Downs, Sosa, Wright. Wright getting jiggy with it, loses the ball. He canes it. He's holding, and that's a jump. Stays Salesianum. Wright charging, trying to get some fouls.
You're just under 3 minutes remaining in this one. Sally's trails by 6.
Mark Brown loses a little bit. He's got an easy layup. And there we go. Salesianum right back in this game.
Yeah, the deficit is now down to 4. So we see a true full court press from the Sal's.
McClendon gets around Wright. Over the top to James Hall. James Hall misses the three-pointer. Rothwell with the rebound. He's got Sosa coming up the side of the court. Sosa gets around Wright. Over back to the other Wright. Now Sosa. Wright. Deep three. Doesn't get it. Rebound taken by Downs. Downs over to Brown. Now Wright. Charge a little bit. Deep floater. Just can't get it in and out. Tatnall reclaims possession. That's going to be another timeout for Salesianum.
Yes, we saw Sally's there. We keep trying to shoot threes, which they need to close down this deficit, but they've not been effective from the field tonight at all.
Downs being the most consistent three-point shooter as well. Just unable to get it in.
Yeah. So 2 minutes left. If you're the coach for the Sal's, who are you looking for here?
Honestly, they're in disparate attempts right now. 2 minutes remain, 4-point deficit. They're going to need some heavy press coverage. And that's exactly why you need Coleman in this game. And it's awful that he got kicked out, but Tatnall needs to play conservatively, but certainly can't play thinking they're going to come out of this with a win. They still have 2 full minutes left. And Salesianum gaining some pressure.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 7 seconds. A lot can happen. Remember, Sally's on 5 fouls. Any fouls from here on out for the Sal's will be free throws.
At least Jarrett to inbound this one. Right on right. He splits the defenders. Gets around. James Hall with the 3. Wide open, can't get it. Somehow not a foul as Shelley hits the ground. Downs has open space. Downs tries to get the layup. Just can't get it. That's a foul though. That'll be 2 shots.
He has a chance to cut this game to a 1-possession lead with under 2 minutes remaining. He will now shoot facing the Sally student section. Tatnall trying to make as much noise as they can.
Downs gets it. One of the most consistent shooters on this team.
Yeah,
One-score game.
The student sections for both on their feet. The Sal's have worked their way back into this game in the last few minutes.
Downs can't make the second. Mark Brown, Shelley, and that stays Salesianum ball. Shelley with the clutch rebound there.
Yeah, great play. He knew that he wasn't going to be able to come down with that ball in bounds, so just goes against the leg of one of the Tatnall players. Sally's now inbound.
Right, all over. Shelley over to Mark Brown. Mark Brown cuts it on the inside. He's got a layup, can't get the dunk, almost gets his own rebound. James Hall with the rebound though. Max pressure. Tries to get over to Wright. Wright smacks it out. That's going to be an easy foul. That's all hand.
And then Sally's already has 5 fouls. It's foul number 6. So every foul for the Sal's now will result in free throws for Tatnall.
Salesianum needs them to miss at least one of these.
Tatnall lead by 3. 1 minute 36 remaining. Sally student section on their feet.
All the pressure on Justin Wright right now. He misses it. Banked off the outside. Minute 36 remain. Justin Wright. Here we go. Makes it. Lead at 4. Here's Downs. Minute 35 remain.
Yeah, Sal's need a score here.
Can't let up. Downs, heavy pressure on the inside of the paint. Mark Brown open for a 3. Doesn't get it again. McClellan. That's a jump ball. That's going to be Tatnall. Minute 19 remain. Again, another opportunity missed to put this game on ice. Mark Brown struggling here tonight.
Is he struggling?
McClendon gets swarmed. Somehow gets the ball out to James Hall. Easy floater, can't make it. Downs with the rebound. Downs got some open room to run. Here's Zion Rothwell. Charged, and he's got it! That's N1 territory for Zion Rothwell.
Sally student section on their feet here. Zion Rothwell drives to the rim with an N1.
Never mind, that's going to be Tatnall ball and a charging call.
Wow. Wow. Sally's seem incredibly displeased. We have some jeers aimed at the officials.
Splits the defenders. Here's McClendon. McClendon over to Jarrett. Jarrett resets at the 3. He's got a lot of room. And that's going to be a foul. That's all Salesianum can do at this point.
Tatnall student section can almost taste the victory.
Some parents starting to leave their seats.
Yeah, obviously very many frustrated with that call.
Jarrett misses it though.
Yeah, Tatnall has left the Sal's in this game with all these free throw misses.
Rothwell off the court. Sosa taking his place. Here's Jarrett. Misses it. Salesianum still in it. Here comes Wright, barreling down the side. He's got a layup, misses it. Mark Brown puts it up, he's fouled.
That sends Sally's to the line with 48 seconds remaining. Mark Brown, absolute MVP of this game so far. 16 points, 4 rebounds. He's been playing very well. He has a chance to keep the Sal's alive in this game. Student section on their feet.
Mark Brown needs to make one of these. Misses the first. Rothwell coming onto the court now. Mark Brown needs this one to keep Salesianum in it. Here's Mark Brown. He's got it! 3-point deficit for Salesianum. Been struggling at the 3-point line though. Lobs it up. Here's Mark Brown. He's got it under the inside. He's fouled!
And Brown will take another trip to the line with 44 seconds remaining. It's unbelievable the lack of discipline from this Hornets team. They have allowed Sally's right back into this one. They had it on ice. But Sally's is right back in this game, down 3. Brown will shoot 2 more. Brown scored 17 points, got 4 boards on this game tonight. He's been their MVP so far, and he has a chance to secure them a first win of this 2025-2026 season.
Mason Collins coming back onto the court with a limp there. Tatnall taking a little bit of a risk, putting their star player in injured. Misses it. Needs to make 1. Puts it up. Can't get it. Mark Brown with his own rebound. Still no foul there.
I do not understand what I've just witnessed. It does not appear that most of the people in this gym have either. Sally's absolutely confounded how that wasn't a foul call.
Mason coming right back off the court again. Clearly can't handle it. Calf still a little bit strained, it looks like. Hall puts underneath to McLandon, loses it. Refs don't seem to know what to call. Some kind of foul happened.
Yeah, Sally's down 3, 38.2 seconds remaining in this one.
And that's going to be a timeout for Salesianum.
So, 30 seconds.
3-point deficit for Salesianum. They're going to have to do the unbelievable and make a 3 for one of the first times tonight.
Yeah, I believe they've made 3 3-pointers so far. So, very poor night shooting from the Sals from beyond the line.
Mason Collins being out, absolutely crucial for Tatnall.
Yeah, if you're just joining us now, you missed a very good game. Tatnall came out, controlled the first half, but Sally's in the second half has worked their way back into this one. 38 seconds left. They have a chance.
Tatnall going to take this ball now. Mark Brown, tallest guy in the stadium. He's going to lob it up. And he reclaims possession, but that's going to go out of bounds. And that's the Salesianum ball.
Salesianum has a chance to win this game.
That's going to be another timeout, I believe, for Tatnall this time.
Yeah.
Nope, for Salesianum. 35 seconds remain.
Yeah, 35 seconds left. Salesianum timeout. You can feel the energy here in the Burke on Broome Street.
Tatnall also at 4 fouls. If they get one more, then Salesianum will start taking foul shots.
As we see both coaches discussing with their teams. Yeah, these are the moments where the best players stand out. You know, down by 3. Now is when you need your star. Now is when you just need somebody to make a play. Doesn't matter who, just needs to be somebody.
This is the part where they break free. Here's Salesianum. Taking it on the opposite side of the court.
No press from Tatnall. Oh wait, now they do.
Downs. Shelley, Downs, right. Pick set by Brown, underneath over to Sosa. Sosa's going to charge in a little bit, bounces back out to right. Right fakes to Shelley, right underneath. No foul. There will be one. Never mind. Right, looking to make this a half a score game.
So what do you need to do now if you're the Sal's? You hit both of these.
They're going to need to make their shots is what they're going to need to do. They're going to need to win this game. Latrell Wright needs a shot here. He's got it.
Got it.
2-score deficit for Salesianum. Here's Rothwell coming on for Sosa.
Yeah, freshman off, freshman on for the Sal's. A lot of freshmen in this game, actually. I believe the Hornets started 3.
Here's Wright looking to cut it to 1. Doesn't get it. Rebound. Over to Wright. He's got nothing but room. Layup made. 3-point lead. That score there might have done it. And that's going to be a timeout. Now the stands start to clear.
Yeah, that looks like it might have been the dagger for the Hornets. As we see the stands here at the Burke start to clear.
11 seconds left. Salesianum ball going to need a deep 3 here. And then most likely going to foul and try to shoot another deep 3.
Of course, it's not over yet. A lot can happen in 11 seconds, but it appears that season's going to start with one in the L column for the Sal's.
As this game comes to a close, I'd like to thank all of our crew here at WSAL. Johnny Jacobs, Liam Watson, Brian Morgenstein, Brian Nickel, Kara Zakarowski, Cole Creasy, Enzo Pescatris, Jude Pryor, Kevin Zoe, Luca Pia, Mark Zakarowski, and Nicholas Gotti.
We have a great crew here at WSAL, fully student-run organization. We have broadcasts for all Sally sporting events, in case you can't make it.
Here's Latrell Wright now. Easy layup there. He takes it for 2, 4 seconds remain. And they're just going to let this clock run.
Awful there from the Sal's. You have to call a timeout there as the Hornets begin to celebrate their victory.
Clearing the stands at the away game.
Yeah, this is the type of stuff that you don't want to see with the Sal's. So, obviously tough game. So Tatnall came out, dominated from the jump. Sally's worked themselves back into the game in the second half behind a great performance defensively, especially Trell Wright. As the two teams shake hands. Final score, Hornets 58, Sal's 56.
Salesianum putting a great start to their season. Didn't come out with a win, but still looked very progressive. Very heavy offense, just unable to make the shots when they needed it. Salesianum unable to make their first win of the game. Thank you all so much for joining us here at WSL, an entirely student-run team at Salesianum, and we'll see you next week for our annual Silent Night game against Wellington Friends. We've been Liam and Ajani, and thank you so much for joining us here at Berkenhauer Memorial Gymnasium. Thank you.